Okay. So this is the second part of the session. We're done with Othello, and we're now transitioning to the Duchess of Malfi. What I want us to do now is we're going to listen to a short, and this short is on the significance of the setting in Elizabethan and Jacobean plays, and why plays are for the most part set outside England. Why aren't they set in England? Why do we have to have Rome? Why do we have to have Italy for most of the settings? Whether Venice in the Dutch in Othello, or Malfi in the Duchess of Malfi. So if there is a reason for that, this is what we're going to hear in a minute. So I would like you to have a listen to that. We're going to also watch it. And let me see if I'm ready with it. Okay.
Why are there not more people talking about the secret behind Shakespeare's foreign settings? It's not just because he loved Italian scenery. Back during the Elizabethan and Jacobean times, criticizing the government could land you in serious trouble, like go directly to jail. So what did our clever Elizabethan and Jacobean playwrights do? They set their stories in non-English locales to disguise their critiques. Take Shakespeare's Othello in Venice or Webster's The Duchess in Malfi. Shakespeare could weave in all the political drama he wanted and then say, oh, it's not about England, it's about Italy. Genius, right? This clever tactic allowed Shakespeare and his colleagues to comment on English politics and society without getting into hot water. So, next time you're reading a Shakespeare play, remember, those Italian settings are more than just a backdrop. They're a brilliant smokescreen for his social commentary. And there you have it, the secret behind Shakespeare's foreign settings.
Okay, got it? What is that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can you hear this? What's that? What's happening? I'm sorry. Sorry, something went wrong, and I had to kind of turn it off and start all over again. Okay, so we're doing now the Duchess of Malfi. So how much do we know about the Duchess of Malfi? I think I asked you this question at one point. It's of course a Jacobean play, and it happens to also be a tragedy, a revenge tragedy to be more specific. Again, if Othello was about race, the Duchess of Malfi is about rank. So you have a hierarchy all the same, but this time around the hierarchy is a hierarchy of rank, where you have this established order, you have this social ladder, and on top you would have the king or the queen, and then you have the nobles, and then down to ordinary people, low-born individuals. And because it's a tragedy of rank, you would have the sitting king or queen doing something, reaching out, going downwards by doing something, and I don't want to spoil it for you. And this is where the tragedy starts and arises. And this is what the whole play is about. It's about also whether people are honoring their place on this established order thing, on the hierarchy or not. If they are not, obviously they don't get away with it. They have to be punished, and punish punishment they get, and it's a painful kind of punishment because they have to be they can give a lesson to others so that people don't kind of copy and imitate them. And this is what the whole play is about. Again, the framework or the dramatic framework that we're using is tragedy, and it's obviously a very appropriate framework because by now you know what or how the tragedy works. You have somebody who moves from fortune to misfortune or from fortune to adversity. Again, through a number of errors that he or she commits. This is the trajectory of a tragedy, and it normally befits situations like these, where you have an exceptional character having a flaw or a weakness that would prompt him or her to make a number of errors and mistakes, and he or she eventually gets killed for those errors and mistakes. Yeah, Arjun, you have a question, Arjun?
Yes. Doctor, about the play Othello, what was the theme? Like the brief summary, the whole point? What was the principle? Although I read it, but I want to know.
Um, I mean, interpretation is up for grabs, as you know. I cannot um, tell you that it's about this or that, but I can tell you that it is clear because obviously, when it comes to literature, it's open for interpretation. It seems from the ending of the play, tragic as it is, that perhaps Shakespeare is trying to tell people to think twice about interfaith and interracial marriage. It can land them in trouble, and this is what we have seen. So it's perhaps one indirect way of telling people stay away from this. On another level, it can be if he is exploring issues like these, it means that the society is now more open than ever to the idea that, yeah, this may happen. And what happened with Othello and Desdemona does not necessarily mean that other people from different faiths and from different, races cannot try. They can try all the same. So again, I'm stressing the fact that the play is up for grabs when it comes to interpretations. Um, okay. Um, okay, where are we in the Duchess of Malfi? We are in Malfi, and Malfi happens to be in Italy. Again, this is stressing the fact that the settings, in spite of the fact that the play is written by an English dramatist, and in spite of the fact that it is steeped and inspired by what happens in society at the time, and in spite of that, the setting is normally outside England and in the plays that we have seen, Italy predominates. On Othello, you have Venice, and in the Duchess of Malfi, you have Malfi, two Italian places. Again, because when the setting is and the characters are not English, you can always defend yourself if you're critiquing the government, if you're saying I don't like this or that or this or that. You can say that in an indirect way by having a foreign setting, and you can always defend yourself saying that these characters are Italian, and those settings are Italian too. Um, so it's Italy that we're having. It's the Malfi court, and the characters are also Italian for the most part. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for you if I talk about the plot. And I don't know, would we stop here and I ask you to start reading the play, or we go on and I spoil it for you? What do you think? What do you want? No.
Is it going to be completely spoiled?
Is it going to be what, Shaden?
Completely spoiled?
Yeah, if I tell you the plot, yeah, I spoil it for you. So how many of us know the plot? What went on? If the majority don't know, so I'm not going to spoil it. But if we have people who already know what it is all about, we can talk about it. So if you know a thing or two about the play, raise your hand. That's good. Yeah, it means that, yeah. Okay. So let's talk about what I want you to do. Of course, the play is bulky. It's a tragedy, which means that it's going to be 5 long acts, and I don't expect you to finish it by next time, of course. So if you cannot finish it, and it would be a physical impossibility to finish it by next time, I would like you to either watch it, make sure that you watch it before you think of a summary. Watching it is like reading it, okay? But reading it as a summary is not like reading or watching. So make sure that you watch it, and I think it's readily available on YouTube. If not, read a summary of it. And I would like you to read it against the background that we have been furnishing all through, the idea of established orders, the idea of hierarchies, and the message or the messages that the writer is trying to get across to us. We need to also agree on obviously Monday is كل عام وانتم بخير، هيبقى اليوم الوطني، هيبقى it's going to be part of اليوم الوطني, so we're not meeting on Monday. صح كده؟ am I correct? Yes, we're going to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. صح؟ ولا ايه؟
Yes.
Which means that we need
Yes.
to, I think we need to meet on, no, not, so if it's, we either meet, yeah, how about meeting on Thursday this week? Or Wednesday? How about Wednesday?
Sure.
Let's agree on Wednesday. So what time is convenient for you? Then I don't have classes.
Thursday.
نعم. I'll tell you why I changed my mind about Thursday, because I happen to have a master class at 8 a.m. Can you imagine? And it's for EA 300B. But let's focus on Wednesday. So Wednesday,
Doctor,
now
on Wednesday I have a master class from 2 to 12, 2 to 4.
2 to 4, which means that we need something before or after. صح كده؟
I'd appreciate it if you can manage that.
إيه؟ نعم معلش.
Can we meet in next week?
Next week المشكلة احنا حتى Monday is not, we're still have, you mean we can do it on, I don't know, Wednesday type next week?
Yes, it's okay.
Type what time is
Sure.
convenient when Wednesday next week? It's بعيد قوي بس it's okay. If you think it's convenient, that's fine. Type when do you think is convenient on Wednesday next week?
12 to 2.
Yeah, 12 to 2. If we agree on that, I'm fine with it. Is it fine with everyone?
Not me.
Yes.
I have
Yes.
class.
I think on Tuesday from, I'll tell you something. I think on, are we saying Tuesday or, yeah, we're saying Tuesday. I have a class at 2 p.m., which is A230A. Why don't you join them on Tuesday at 2? ايه رأيكم؟
عادي بالنسبة لي ما عندي مشكلة.
طيب
On Tuesday?
نعم. I'm sorry.
Tuesday or
I have
Thursday?
another class.
You have another class on Tuesday at
Yes,
2
me
p.m.
too.
طيب
Yes.
خلاص يبقى Wednesday
Doctor, how about 8 a.m.
8
Wednesday?
a.m. مش too early يعني for people بالتالي يعني. Let's
Or 12 to 2?
let me I don't think we need the reporting anymore. But let me stop it and then we discuss it all we like.
Doctor,